Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm the only one who turned their mic on.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Hi.
I have the exposure on way too much for this. Hi, everyone.
I'm like,
Hold
on. Way whiter than usual.
I don't need you guys to be this white.
Yeah.
No, don't turn it down. Otherwise, you won't be able to see me.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, well, no. We're losing light a little bit there. Hang on.
I think me and Moose are going to have to switch places. It's brightest in the middle.
Yeah.
You might have to switch places with Servo.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with Servo, though.
Hello.
How you doing, Servo?
So, Servo,
He chose purple
What's your
hair
favorite
today.
part of the year?
what's your favorite part of 2021? Uh-huh.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I remember that.
Eating all the children.
Oh, that was a time. That was a great time. All right, that's enough out of you.
You remember that time that we did that one thing?
I mean, you're just going to be talking all night if I keep the microphone over on you.
I know, right?
Whew, wild. What a wild time.
Well, then
All right.
I'll switch my pasty ass with you, Mr. Direct Edition.
We're eating food, by the
Get
way.
closer to Servo.
Servo,
All right.
We're eating food.
don't put your hand on my thigh.
You can put your hand on my ass.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
My house, my rules.
I'm so lonely. So lonely.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season premiere extravaganza all-day event that started way later than it probably should have at all.
So about normal time for us.
Yeah, so
Barely,
you
yeah.
know we're on the Remnants hour.
Yeah.
When I said Eastern Standard Time, I meant the other East.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Betsy.
Hey.
I don't know what happened to Servo Betsy. He's looking a little paler than normal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We offered him some food, but he said no, he's okay.
Yeah, I gave him a whole plate and everything.
Wow.
He needs to get some sun.
Bleach them old bones.
But at least his hair is fabulous.
His hair is
Yeah,
pretty
hair is
nice.
rocking.
It is, absolutely.
I don't remember him dyeing it purple, but it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's looking full ass anime pro tag right now.
Yeah.
He's leaning a little. Hey, buddy,
I'm liking it.
you wanna be part of that? There you go.
And I promise you, we haven't given him any drinks yet.
Give it time.
I can't promise that.
Can you guys hear just fine over the music?
Yeah, if
I
there's
realize
audio
the music
stuff
is still pumping.
I don't hear any music.
Of course you don't.
Bruh.
Servo's hogging the headphones. Yes, sound is good. Okay, cool. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the season premiere. Who the fuck are you and why you're on my couch?
It's 2022.
It's 2022.
It's 2022.
That means I can make 2022 worse decisions than before.
Fuck yeah. Well, I'm Moose, and I'm here for these bad decisions.
I'm Lat, and this year we're doing it for Betty.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, Servo, when the fuck do you have time to type that? I've been looking at your hands this whole time.
This dude, his chakras off the charts. You know, you didn't see how fast he did those hand signs.
Fucking Christ, man. This dude's on a whole nother level of jutsu. Anywho, this is Servo, and I'm Jono.
I don't know who I am. I'm kind of just here.
Oh, this is our special guest,
hi.
Chibi.
I still exist, technically, in spirit.
We found her out back in the dumpster.
I was just
diving,
wandering. I was
and
lost.
we were like, where the fuck have you been?
I've been here the
They
whole
found
time.
me. They found me. I kind of got lost. Sorry.
Happens. It happens.
Because I am the used to be Chibi Serenade until Twitter yeeted me.
2022, yeet and be yacht.
Yacht?
Become yacht 2022.
Yes. Reject humanity, become yacht.
So how are all the beautiful people doing out at night? How did everybody like the intro? The new intro?
I
I thought it's pretty.
like the part where it went like,
Yeah, usually you have to speak into your mic.
Usually you have to speak into the microphone.
yeah, like,
I like talking.
there we go.
I'm not comfortable with putting phallic symbols in my face. So,
There we go. Yeah, I like the
I'm
part where
making
the
it
intro was like,
difficult as fuck.
Like
you
JoJo, you know, do
Just,
something
yeah.
weird.
I
I
only
just dropped
talk
it.
through Servo.
dropped it in my chest.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
there's my room over there.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I don't know where I was. I don't know what happened, guys.
Oh, wait, is that a charging pad? on
Thanks,
top?
Blade.
It is.
Jesus.
You give us the address. We'll ship her back. We'll find a good box and we'll poke holes in it.
Wait, Servo didn't see the new intro. Replay it.
Quick, somebody hit the intro button on the thing.
And
Re-intro, go! And we're back.
There you go. Just for you, Servo.
how about that intro?
Just for you,
For
Servo.
anyone who didn't, yeah, just for you, Servo. For anyone who didn't catch that earlier, that's the replay of that intro. Let us know what you think. If it's bad, we'll fire our editor.
There you go.
Wait.
That's me.
I was gonna say, isn't that you?
2022, I'm looking to get fired.
Hell yeah. Live every day like you're trying to get fired. 2022.
How many times have you been fired?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Enough to firing.
Enough to where I'm chasing the white dragon right now.
Are you firing yourself? Who's in charge of firing? It's not me.
I'll take that on. Sure.
That's
There you go.
on
Chibi's in charge of
Yeah,
firing.
sure, that's fine with me. Sure.
So barbecue at Chibi's house.
Yeah.
Sure.
We got PTSD from barbecue.
We gotta have a cookout.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
man.
a pyromaniac. I don't give a fuck. Go in.
That's a different kind of cookout.
I kind of feel like we should.
That's a
explain.
1945 cookout.
Yeah.
God.
Let's just say we all have PTSD with barbecues and cookouts.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should explain. I mean, Servo here. It's been
2
going
years.
on. November will be 2 years.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah.
In
Well,
our
last November
current
was 2
area.
years.
Last November was 2
Last
years.
November,
Holy
I
shit.
want to say it was around November 5th.
November
It was either
5th.
5th or the 7th.
Yeah.
November 5th or the 7th. Okay. I know some people have been wondering. People who've been with us from the beginning have been wondering, kind of like
I haven't been wondering shit.
what actually happened and how we all came together. I don't think we ever explained that in these 2 years.
'Cause I
that-
think it was like,
that
yeah, we
we've all
didn't
been
want to.
going.
We didn't want to talk about. That. We're like, yeah, we're
we
just
didn't want
gonna
to badmouth
move on
anybody.
from
Yeah,
that.
we were just moving on and keep it moving. And
2022, though, we don't give a fuck.
Oh man, we've already dealt with 2 years of bullshit, so we're like, nah, fuck this shit.
Exactly. Yeah, if the last 2 years have taught us anything, fuck it. Let's go.
We have no more fucks to give.
Yeah. At this point, fuck it.
So I'm like, so how we all came together. We were under a previous iteration. Story time. All right, everybody, bundle up.
Yay. Read me that
Cozy.
story, Daddy.
Grab your warm blankets and snuggle in for story time.
Okay.
Story time with Lat.
Silver, you're a little cold.
Tell me all the things.
So hi, I'm Lat, and
You were lat.
welcome to story time.
No,
That-
you
that
need
punctuation was
you need a
perfect.
nice storyteller. You need to be like Bartholomew.
Right, I'm Lat. Welcome to story time.
Welcome to story time at WWE.
Let me tell you about my story, brother.
So how we all came together? We was under a previous iteration.
A different alias.
That one started because Are we omitting names or can we?
Some names.
Okay, all right. There was a particular person that wanted to do a podcast, and he put a call out for podcasters or anyone who wanted to be involved in podcasters. We met up at House of Comics and Games. I can say that because it's no longer there.
Yep.
It was
used
like
to be our it used to be the HQ for the podcast.
Yeah, right.
We actually used to do our podcast live in person every week.
And we knew the owner, and he said he was cool with us coming up there and, podcasting from there.
Mm-hmm.
We did the end of the year, like our first end of the year.
Our very first end of the year was there.
From there, where we gave out prizes. We had a lot of
that.
people show up, and, we handed out gift cards and stuff like that.
This is what we're talking. We're talking about the other podcast. This was this was the OG.
So after that,
we can say the name of that because it's a dead company at this point.
Oh, okay. So
it is like we were a part of that company, but it's a dead company now. So.
RCGS.
So yeah, River
City Gamers.
River Gamers are fucking dead. 2022.
River City Gamer Squad was the previous iteration, and it started off. It was me, Jono, one other.
It was
still
you,
4 people.
one other,
4 or
and
5.
Cam originally, and then I joined on because
Cash.
Cash
Money.
yeah.
You may have seen Cash Money
Wasn't
pop
Mikey
up.
on for a little while
He
too?
dropped in
He was in- you guys
MPII.
were.
Right.
But originally it was Lat, another person, Cam, and then I joined on shortly. Like I think the second episode that you guys did,
The second
something
episode,
like
yeah.
that, because you guys needed
'Cause
someone to do production.
No one knew how to do production. Everyone was like, "Hey, let's start a podcast." Like, who knows how to do production? It was like, I don't. Not me. So
and then lo and behold, then comes Jono.
then comes Jono. Jono starts doing all the geeky
Somehow
tech
I've been
stuff.
fucking stuck ever since.
Ever
Somebody
since,
saved me.
ever since he doesn't need blink
Somebody
if you
fucking-
need help. Blink if
You see nothing.
So we did that for 6 months, a year.
It was
almost a year at least.
yeah, it was about 6-7 months or so before we were like, yeah, let's get some more people.
Let's get
on.
some more people in.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hold auditions, to which we
Because
did
didn't
auditions.
Cam part ways? So he went away.
That wasn't until later.
We
'Cause
parted
he
ways
wasn't-
with
That
Cam.
was after we brought on additional people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we brought on 2 that
No,
left
no.
right after. That left soon after.
Because I was gonna say, because I remember whatever audition we were.
No, Cam was gone before. Cam was definitely gone before. Because we
Was
were like, we need to fill that void.
The timeline is getting blurry.
No, I have a very vivid memory of that timeline, and only that timeline. It's the only memory I have.
This timeline of the Marvel.
I was
universe.
born and then RCGS.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Me too.
But
Listen, trauma's the only thing I remember.
Jesus Christ.
Cam, the reason Cam left, someone had decided
Someone had decided.
for all of us
That was a pretty unanimous decision.
that he was very busy and couldn't. He had a lot of other things going on, so it would be best for him to focus on his other things instead of on the River City Gamer Squad. So that's the reason that I was told. I don't know if anybody else heard anything different, but that's the reason that's what I was told.
I never know. I hear all kinds of shit after the fact. I'm like, oh, interesting.
So
I don't know.
Before I got this.
Yeah, this is
okay,
before us,
so then Cam was gone before you guys got there.
Oh yeah. He wasn't even a part of it.
No.
So
I
auditions.
think you
went
could have
through.
just asked the interns.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I'm on multiple times.
The interns.
Oh, I get so salty with that. But continue, story, man. Continue the wonderful story.
So after Cam, the auditions went through, and we had decided on. I want to say 4 candidates, but it was Mikey. It was
We had 6 or 7. We narrowed it down.
who were the 6?
Apparently, they were so unrememberable.
Yeah, like, unremarkable.
Because I only got 4. It was Moose. It was.
I'm the one that has all the recordings of the videos
Moose,
for the interviews.
It was Chibi. It was.
It was
Haley.
It was Moose,
And
Chibi,
Mikey.
Haley, Mikey, Betty, Dekov Markov.
What a name.
I didn't know Betty was even in the running. I thought hers
She
was
put a
so-
video in.
She put it. Yeah.
I'm just
know
saying
who
the
that
people that
is.
applied.
Oh, okay. You're saying the
I'm
people
saying people that applied,
I was
not
saying,
what we-
like, our final decisions.
Not what we decided down to. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
The
other
story is
people
so
that applied.
coordinated. It totally
There's
is.
6.
All right. So 6 people applied.
There may have been 7. I may have thrown one out the window immediately. I don't
Something like
remember.
that.
I know I have 6 videos.
Was one of them mine?
Don't worry, I got you, Servo.
That's a different video on a different hard drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we keep that for when I run for president.
Hell yeah.
So we settled on Moose, Chibi, Mikey, and
It was
Haley.
a hard settle. too.
Well, hey, I mean, I already heard the stories about how I wasn't, even wanted in the first place.
Yeah. Essentially, it was that. This is how the whole intern thing got decided on.
Exactly.
And we were all like, okay, yeah, we like Chibi, Moose, and Mikey for sure, but we were unsure about Haley because of her ties to.
Because of nepotism.
Fair.
Yeah.
Was,
Not that totally wasn't a thing ever. Ever.
Taking favorites over family members.
What?
exactly for what he said. Why don't you just say taking favorites over family?
But it's called nepotism.
Because nepotism's a shorter
You
word.
use big words and shit. You just talk
I'm
about the
sorry.
explanation.
I learned English yesterday and I like to use it.
Anyways, this coming from a guy who can't math and English. He always says that. So those are the ones that we settled on. We were kind of concerned about Haley, and we were reassured that it wouldn't be a problem.
Toads.
Soon after that, I want to say before we even cranked out,
We did 2 episodes with her.
did we?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember those. I do not remember
Left
those
such an
at all.
impact.
Yeah. So we did 2 episodes with her, according to Jono. And then we got an email that she was going to step away because she didn't have the capacity to continue on. And yeah, Chibi, we were like, yeah, let's bring Chibi in. And then he was like, and I say he because we're not going to name names.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, they didn't know. They were like, well,
They,
we don't know.
they thought I wasn't a good personality fit
So
because
that's-
I was too.
You were too, yeah. You were too.
I was too girly.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
was like,
no!
well, why would you want? My argument was, well, why would you want everybody with the same personality?
Exactly.
I'll have to butch it up. Sorry.
Please don't. I think we had enough of that. So. So afterwards, we started podcasting. We started podcasting pretty regularly. I think it was Fridays. Every Fridays was when we were podcasting, and it got to a point where they wanted to do like a business aspect of it, which I had my hesitations. They were like, we're gonna run it like a business, and we're gonna make sure that everything's set and taken care of. And I'm like, okay. My concern was that's cool and all, but that's a slippery slope. Once you start saying we're doing this for the business, and then the waters start to get murky.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't want to toot my own horn, but I called that shit. So,
Fair.
fast forward to chapter 2, the breakup.
The next
Yes.
episode.
So you leaning in. This is getting interesting.
He's very intrigued.
It's like,
He's
oh,
like, this is getting interesting.
Oh,
I know where this story's going now. Remember, that's how you talk now, because you ain't here to defend yourself.
It was November, and the topic came up of, do we want to take November off as a break?
was this? This was after, because I was saying in July. Was it 2019? Yeah. So in July, my mom passed away.
Yeah.
So then I started taking a lot of kind of intermittent breaks.
Rightfully so.
So I wasn't always on the podcast, and then I think people started having their own things come up.
And then we all ended up having like a bunch of different things that we had to do as well. So there was, I'm pretty sure there was a period of time in there when we were back to back, like trying to figure out conventions, trying to figure out a bunch of other different things that we could do, and then everything just kept getting thrown away or pushed aside.
Yeah.
We all went to the GAM event that they had
Yeah.
that summer. It was like, I think it was around August, actually, around that time period when they had like the Space GAM or whatever the heck it was.
So there was a lot of things that were taking us away from like podcasting regularly, especially on a Friday night when most events are happening that we would need to go to,
which was fine for the other.
I know it's
fine.
interesting, but
He's just wanting to be close with
he hasn't
Clyde.
seen me in a while.
Personal
So
space, man.
It's okay.
All right.
We're snuggling. We're snuggling.
I worry about you two. What's Batsy gonna think?
I mean,
She'll be the one holding the camera.
we'll
you
leave
kidding
space. But the day Friday was okay for the other ones that wanted the podcast because that was their time where they stayed home. They didn't usually go out to those nerd events or that nightlife or so. But from my understanding, it was okay, or at least we were told it was okay whenever we needed to go out to those events or step away from those events, which was my case, which was what happened with you all right there, champ?
Yeah, because you had a lot of days where you weren't able to make it because of soccer, because of other things that were going on too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
And I just didn't give a fuck. I was just like, I really, what am I? I'm not going to be positive. I don't give a fuck about these topics. Like, I'm just wanting to survive mental depression.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think around that same time, that's about when like
Stuff started
all, like,
going.
divorce was like kicking off and shit like that, and fucking yeah. All of us had like some.
We had like some serious
hefty shit.
But no, I went to the GAM event and I was, I was still active, so that wasn't acceptable.
Come on, Servo.
I was making excuses.
Yeah.
How dare I grieve?
That was
Lazy
my thing
bitch.
also.
So
So
like people got lives.
people,
Life shit is life shit. Bingo.
life shit is life shit. And
One would think.
that was my thing. It came down to life shit.
I don't have life shit. I'm just depressed.
And then I remember that November is kind of where it all came to a head
Well, yeah,
because
because I got called out.
they were like, well, before that, they were like, do we want to take November off?
Right.
And then we were like, no, because we don't want to lose momentum.
And just like a good divorce, you take that break and see how it's going ahead of time.
Yep.
And then the infamous post happened where, and they specifically named myself and Chibi.
Well, they were coming hot for me. A particular individual who will not be named called me out because apparently I was not being active as much as I should have been, and that I was a financial liability because I was grieving.
Right.
And I wasn't on the show, but apparently I was doing other
She
things.
pulled that with me too. She told me I was a financial liability as well. And
I was like, bitch, my mom fucking died. Come at me. I will fucking murder you.
And that's what I asked him. I asked him, okay, what happened? Where was I the financial responsibility, the financial risk? And they mentioned like 2 Fridays that I had missed in November. They were like, you missed 2 Fridays in November. Then Thanksgiving's gonna happen. We may not have.
See, I'd have been like, take it out of my paycheck.
And I was just like, okay.
Take it out of my paycheck. Oh, I'm an intern. That's right. I don't get paid.
Yep.
I'm an intern.
Bingo.
So I was like, okay, let me tell you this. The first Friday I missed, I was on another podcast promoting our podcast.
Yeah.
I had
Shortbox,
the Shortbox that asked me to come on to their podcast, and they were like, well, where can you
Shout
find
out to
them?
Shortbox, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking epic. Shortbox are
Other
awesome.
wonderful Jack's Native podcast. Fantastic people.
And they were
Good guys.
asking like,
Except Botter, maybe.
where could we find you? And I told them River City Gamers Squad, all about it. Gave all the info and everything. Dun dun dun. Lo and behold, it'd be the last time we ever mentioned it. The next Friday that I wasn't there, I went to another Shortbox event where I was promoting River City Gamer Squad.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like on the podcast because I was promoting the podcast at other events. So when I get back and I see the message, I'm like, okay.
And I came in hot, man. I was about ready to fight somebody.
Fair enough.
And I'm just mad I didn't screenshot shit. I'm just sad.
Oh, I still have the screenshot.
Oh man, see, I didn't. I was so dumb.
I still have the screenshot.
Ooh.
I still have the screenshots too,
Because
and I have a lot more.
yes, yes. Jonah was like the baby of the group.
Well, I know everyone. No one could.
If this was a family, Jonah was like the baby.
He was.
You know,
God said no one.
we get into an argument. We get into an argument, and we be making our points, and then they like message Jonah and just be like, "Oh, this has nothing to do with you.
Don't you
You're
worry,
okay.
you sweet
We
baby
love
child.
you. Let's tickle your balls. Everything's all right."
What's funny is half the times they would send that shit to me and Lat would be in the same fucking room with each other.
Like, you see this shit? Look at this shit.
We would literally be hanging out while he's just like, these motherfuckers. And then they send over a message to me and I'm like,
I'm finna reply.
Look
And
at this shit.
he's like, "Don't you dare." And I was like, "I'm finna reply to this fucker. I'm going to reply." He's like, "Don't you dare."
I think all of us were in the room together at one point.
we were all at Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney. We were all supposed to go to Downtown Disney for.
It was the-
It was not Kingdom Hearts because
the
we.
Void. Was it for the Void?
It was
I think it was the Star Wars.
Void.
Yeah.
It was for the Void because we had free tickets.
We had free
Oh,
passes.
and me and Blade were down there for other reasons because I thought they were going to be there. And I was like, nah, we're going to go for something else. I don't want to be near them.
Nope. We got
I
free
was like,
tickets for the
"Fuck these
Void.
bitch."
So we went down there so that we could go do the event.
Yep.
Which we ended up just not filming because I guess, we just didn't care about content back then.
we all just went and enjoyed it because,
Yeah, we just went and had fun.
Yeah. And then we all met up to get food, and then shit started still occurring because I got booted from everything shortly after. And apparently you weren't even involved in anything, and you still got booted, and you didn't even... Oh, yeah, that's right, because at the time, he nor I knew that apparently they took it upon themselves that River City Gamer Squad was going to be no more, but we didn't know.
Right.
That only you two knew, but we just got booted from everything, and we're like, oh, okay. And the
Well,
only reason we knew
that was
was
when
because we were all together at Downtown Disney. Otherwise, we would have not known that apparently the group was being disbanded against our choice.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
But I thought he came on and he was like as the sole owner or something.
Is
like
it
that.
so? Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
That was a very key part of that story.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of it. So this was basically over the course of a weekend when this took place because we formed River City we formed Remnants.
Yes.
There we go.
On a Sunday. This began on Friday, which would have been the last Friday that River City existed as River City.
Yeah.
Where we were supposed to do a podcast coming back from our break, and thou who shall not be named took it upon themselves to do a solo podcast, and we are just
That was hilarious.
talking
by the
shit.
way. That was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, baby.
I've never seen that.
But
I've never seen
they're,
that podcast.
but they're
I did.
but they're super talented and this, that, and the other, and they have degrees and things and whatever. So of course
So-
they can handle it.
So it went from that to the issues at hand, which ended up with the large fight with you and them.
Yeah. And I was just minding my own fucking business, and I just
Yeah.
was like, "The fuck is this shit? I'm just sitting here after work. What the hell? What did I do?"
So it started with
Fuck me too.
with that fight, and then progressed throughout Saturday, where it ended up being they kicked basically every one of the interns except for me and Lat. Like everyone got like dropped from regular status or from like podcast status into like regular status or something. You got promoted to customer. that's the retail way of putting it. You got promoted to customer. Who was it? It was Moose and Chibi and that was it.
See,
Oh, and
because-
Cash.
Yeah, well, and
Cash.
because Mikey had kind of
That was
he was a while back
Yeah.
beforehand, so he was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and Cash I think had technically stepped away a little bit before too.
He was always very
Yeah,
floating
he
in
technically stepped away for a while prior to that. So me and Moose were like the only ones left, and then we
Yeah.
didn't know shit.
So they moved both of you two down,
Not like we were anything much before.
Right.
We're just there.
And then the war started. The war proceeded.
DM wars.
That's when the business war started.
The business war started.
Where it ended up.
I made too much fucking sense.
Yeah,
This was our Keyblade Wars.
This was a 2-day event where me and Lat were hanging out for both of those days, and Lat was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fucking petty," and I was like, "Hold on,
I wanted you to
reel it back, reel it back."
I kept trying. I was
Keep
like,
in
no,
mind.
no, get
in
him,
mind.
because I can't get him. I don't
And
care.
At some point during that night, I said, "Fuck it," and I let him fly. And
yeah, I'm all for it.
you know,
And keep in mind, I have kept my composure.
Yeah, you were
like,
composed
throughout
the whole time.
This entire thing. I mean, from when we initially started and them saying, hey, we understand that we're not going to make any money out of this for the first 5 years, but we're going to financial back it. And we were like, no,
you know,
we
it's
should
funny
all
that we've
put
made
in.
more money in the last 2 years than we did during the entire period of time that we were RCGS. You
Well,
that
yeah,
we,
because,
that
you
we
know.
have more downloads and viewers than we ever had.
I believe it.
Well, yeah,
on
it's because they
RCGS.
kept wanting to do things a certain way that I kept telling them was not a good way. You were telling them
Yeah.
it was like, no,
All
we
of
should
us
do it
were
this
trying
way.
to offer
They're like,
input.
no. We know what we're doing. We know what we're
We were all
doing.
trying to
Or
offer
I like
input.
it. I'm gonna put it on the back burner though.
It's a great, it's a
You
great
and I
plan.
were supposed to like create content ideas
Yeah.
consistently, and I'm like, bitch, and what are you gonna pay me to
Yeah.
do this?
And they loved the shit we came up with.
We'll put
Get
that on the
back
back
burner
burner.
it.
We'll think about that.
We'll talk about it at the cookout.
Oh yeah, we'll get to the whole the TLDR of all of
This is why we
this.
have
Do you know what
BT.
never would have happened under RCGS? Survival Boys.
Yeah, no, it
Never
wouldn't
would have existed.
No.
Yeah, that would not have happened because everyone has to be involved in
Yeah.
everything. Well, a particular person would have to have been
All right,
involved.
So back to the petty
Yeah.
fight. So we get to the point where Lat's just I'm trying to reel him back from being as petty as possible
No,
and just
man.
responding with some fucking shit.
I
I was
And at
all
some
for the
point,
petty
I was
shit.
just like, fuck it. Lat just went off the handle. We had a basically fucking Bible paragraph fight of
Yeah.
bullshit that was going
They wrote
on.
novels, man.
Yeah.
Something ended up where it was like, all right, now this is a legal dispute, and
And
you owe us $4,000.
You owe us $6,000.
I thought it was 4.
It was 6.
You positive? Do I need to find a screenshot?
$6,000.
I remember it
I
was
wish I
6
could
grand.
get $6,000.
Find the screenshots.
I
swear to
remember,
God.
yeah, because my
I know
thing
I have
was, you owe me $6,000 and you have 30 days to pay me. I'm
Okay.
taking my 1% that was invested in the company. Remember now, keep in mind, you were 33.
I was 33%.
I was 33.
We had majority
One
ownership.
other person was 33, and this 1% was saying that we owed her $6,000.
Hey, that 1%
So-
was, clearly a higher tier of being in this hierarchy.
Which would mean that the podcast that was not really bringing in any revenue whatsoever at $6,000 on 1% is what, $600,000 podcast?
I'm like, well, shit. How much do I get if I got 33%?
Hey, I didn't even get it. I got a damn T-shirt. That's all I got out of it.
got a
And it wasn't even
t-shirt?
my size.
Oh yeah, I did get a T-shirt.
I got a big old
You know what else
XL because
happened
they
in
apparently
2019?
thought.
I got cream pied.
Yes.
That's what he said. It's a safer work.
She did say that we
version.
owed her $6,000. We had 30 days to pay. To which my reply was, when I started being petty, I was just like, "That's
We also went to TwitchCon that year.
oh, look at that!
Yeah,
oh
look at
yeah,
that.
they were with us."
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
So
The year
I
I did get to
said,
go.
"Give me an invoice."
Yeah.
That was my biggest
That's
thing. If I owe you
Give me some
$6,000,
fucking shit
you
in
have
writing.
No problem proving I owe you $6,000.
Bingo.
Give me an invoice.
Yeah. It's an LLC.
It's a business.
So you
give me,
might as
give
well.
me an invoice and I get you your $6,000.
There it is. I found them all.
Oh God.
Because they kept saying, my whole thing was I didn't want to lose like the 2 years that we had put into it.
Agreed.
At first, that's how I was. I was like, we put so much work into it. I don't want to lose everything.
Yeah.
Where they was just under the mindset, it was just like we're just shutting it all down and
Like they just made the
gonna get
decision for
started.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, come on, we can at least talk about this. And I was like, what if I take it over? And she was like, well, you don't have enough money to buy me out. I was like, first of all, you don't know what I have.
Yeah. Well, for one.
For one, you don't know what I have, so you can't tell me that. And then she threw the $6,000 out there, and I said, give me an invoice. That's all. Give me an invoice.
Yeah.
When I see that, then we can talk business. I never got it.
Of course not, because it's all
So-
talk. Gotta be tough, bitch.
When Jono released the reigns, I got petty, and I
And
read
might
both
I
of
say,
them.
I love Petty Lat.
I do too. I was supporting it from the get go. I'm like, please.
Because that's why
Fight for me.
I'm always poking the bear with you, bro. Like anytime you're just like, oh no, this might trigger Lat, this might set him off on his warpath, and I'm just sitting there like,
I just wanted to do anything and everything I could to try and salvage the situation, to try and save everything. But then at some point, it just clicked. I was like,
I already was
we're
not.
fucking done. I
Nah.
don't care. Go, Lat, go.
yeah. And then I
I-
just sit back, just grab the popcorn. I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy every second of this. Like,
I got to give myself credit. I am the most patient person that you probably will ever meet.
no,
Yeah, I'm not
And
patient.
I will hold my composure until you're just being blatantly ignorant, and then I'm gonna let you have it
Oh,
because that's
yeah.
what you asking for.
I stand absolutely corrected. You were corrected to 6,000.
6K. Yeah.
6,000.
I
Have
remember that.
y'all been reached out to by any creditors? Any people trying to get some
No,
6K?
because that's what we were threatened with. Lawyers.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
have you all been contacted by any
We were
lawyers?
I think
with lawyers.
I think our name is still on the business, but I never signed to get it off.
The last thing I heard was they were going to send us something for tax purposes,
Yep, and I never got
and
it.
I never got it either.
Dun dun dun.
So we were threatened with lawyers, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And they told us, and then they told us not to mention it to anyone on social
Oh,
media.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I wonder
They gave us
why,
a
because they
30-day
knew fucking
time frame
why.
to pay back. Let's see.
I mean, I like how all this is happening. Me and Moose knew nothing.
yeah, because we
Had
were pretty much
not
just
all been in the same area at Disney Springs, we wouldn't have known.
because we were ejected.
Yeah, we were
pretty
just-
quickly.
This
We were
is
just the interns. We didn't
my
know
favorite
anything.
bit. After extended conversations with an attorney and other business owners, as the sole owner of River City Gamer Squad, this is my best only option available.
Like, uh-huh.
Like sole owner, huh?
Cool story, bro.
So
So,
after that,
That's right. Yeah, no, because I took all these screenshots in case we had any sort
legal
of
repercussions. Yeah.
Fair.
because I was like, I'm not going to be on the other end.
I
of this.
wanted to, but I couldn't.
His wording was specific. Sole owner. That means this is now your problem.
Yeah.
It is now off of our shoulders.
Yep.
He wanted it both ways. He wanted all y'all financially liable, but then be the sole owner. I'm like, you can't have it both
so, like,
ways.
yeah, if you're the sole
Sorry.
owner, then you're responsible for that 6K.
Bango.
And so
And
Yeah.
that's basically how it all dissolved. Is
he said he couldn't pay the 6K, so his best option was to just dissolve everything.
so then while this was all happening, while the final like financial nail in the coffin was all happening, we were at Disney Springs at the time.
Yeah.
We
Just
all just
venting
got
to
done.
each other and-
Yeah, we all got done with the void. We had a great day, and then he like started bringing that up middle of the day. We all started fuming. We were all pissed off. We were like, okay, what the fuck can we do about this? What are we
Well,
gonna do about
We were
this?
all supposed to go down there as a group, them
Yeah.
included.
Yeah.
And on the way down there,
And didn't they say they couldn't go all of a sudden?
they for whatever
Yeah.
reason, we were like we were all supposed to meet at their house, and we were like on the way there, and they put a message to Discord. It was like, "Don't come by our house. We're not going to be there," or whatever reason
Some
they
shit
couldn't
like
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
some shit like that.
So we're like, fuck it, we'll have a good time.
So
Right.
we all went out to downtown Disney Springs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, downtown Disney, man.
Yeah, it's downtown Disney. It forever will be. So we went down there, we went to the void, and then all of it started kicking up.
It's very
We-
interesting, Katie.
We found,
I know, Katie.
It-
I'm petty. I keep an eye out. I keep my eyes peeled.
we all ate at the barbecue place that's there. I can't
The
remember the
barbecue-
The
name.
pig
of
something.
pig.
Bearded,
Yeah, the bearded
Barbecue
pig.
pig,
Something,
yeah.
something
like
like
that.
that.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, which I fucking love that place.
Wasn't it, though?
God, fucking love that place. So we all ate there while we were like fuming about this, trying to see what our options were, figuring out what we wanted to do. And then we decided all together, hey,
Let's just create a different group.
let's all
Say,
just
fuck this.
No. The first thing we decided was let's all leave the Discord at the same time.
Yep.
No,
Yes.
no, no. You told me not to. That's what I was gonna say. They were like,
Oh, that's right.
They were like,
That's right. I
Don't
told
say
you not
anything
to,
on
so that-
social media. They came in, they were like, don't say anything on social media.
Yeah, don't say
about
anything, 'cause
the
we don't want
breakdown of River City
people-
Gamer Squad
You made we
until
were all gonna make a post together.
Yeah.
To vague book.
And I was
we were gonna
like-
vague book it.
I was like, fuck you. You don't tell me what to do on my social media. So I posted it on my my Facebook.
You're right. I forgot about the Facebook part.
and you
of it.
tagged Remnant
I forgot about
Gamers.
the Facebook part of
I
it.
tagged Remnant Gamers, and I was like, I will no longer
River City.
River City. I was
I'm
like,
no
I will
longer
be
associated.
involved or be associated with River City Gamer Squad from here going forward in the future. And then
And I did the same.
I
fucking
was
We
like-
all copy pasted
Yeah.
the same message.
and everyone kept like side eyeing, going, "What the fuck is this?"
I was like, I'm leaving the Discord, and Jono was like, no, not yet. Don't leave the Discord.
No, because
And
we
I'm like,
wanted to
okay.
see the reaction.
And I'm like, okay. I was like, Jono, I'm doing it. He was like, no, don't do it, lad, don't do it. You had walked away, and I was like,
Yeah, I walked
I'm
away and
outta
I got
here.
the fucking notification.
And you came back, and you like, lad, what the fuck did you just do?
So then that's when I grabbed all the screenshots that I could,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, because after you hopped out, then I think at that point I was just like, all right, fuck this, and I just unfriended and left everything.
Oh, I blocked. I hard
And then
blocked
I think within
everyone.
within the hour or within 2 hours after that is when the entire Discord
You shut the whole
just
thing
completely
down.
shut down.
Yeah.
Which at the time I didn't think about it. I really wanted to salvage like all of the people from in there.
Yeah.
But it was
I didn't think
just
about
a
it.
move at the
It
time.
was your fault. You unleashed Petty Lat, so
I did.
Yeah.
almost put it that. You know what? I don't regret it.
I'd do it again.
Man,
don't
I don't
fucking
regret it
regret it.
either. I would have asked for Petty Latin way sooner than he came.
yeah.
So then over the course of lunch at that time, it may have been dinner, honestly. It was dinner. Over the course of dinner, we decided, you know what? Let's move on. Let's rebuild from the ashes of this just destroyed, burned down project. And then I made a placeholder Discord that I just named Remnant Gamers.
Well, actually, no. We discussed on ideas for
Yeah.
names, and then
We just-
the one that I suggested that was that one
Yeah.
was the one that everyone liked the most because
So
we were
we just-
rising from the ashes.
We just made a placeholder Discord for the time, and it was just the four of us.
Oh, we called ourselves something with like River City. It was like we were like not vigilantes or something. We were like it was something
we
petty.
made a name that was petty because it was just a playoff.
Yeah,
of the same
we were
letters.
like
Yeah.
we were like the ashes of River City Gamer Squad or something. I don't remember, but it was something of like we were just like the
Yeah, it
remainers
was like a
of something.
direct jab, but it was just petty as shit.
It was
like,
so good. I loved it.
It was beautiful. And it was great because at that time too, we were like, all right, well, now we can finally have something that, where ideas will be respected, and we laid a lot of groundwork, and we've held to it really well. Everyone, hey, I've got an idea. Cool, let's fucking do it. Like,
I mean,
and that's leading to a lot of stuff coming up.
I was gonna say, listen, today you're gonna see a lot of different clips of videos that we've gotten to record in the last couple of months, just because we've had ideas. We've been able to actually do things, and this year, 2022, will be our year of content.
Yeah.
Because of this. So
Yeah, and we lucked out too because towards the end of that, where not many people were available for podcasts. Chibi and I had done a podcast, and we were needing somebody else. We were like, okay, we need a guest, and Servo had guested
Yeah.
a podcast with us very recently before that.
We're like,
So
let's-
immediately, as soon as we're like, okay, well, we should probably get somebody else.
We're like, Servo's a great idea.
We immediately like fucking Servo. Like,
Let's
that
go
was
get
some of the
Servo.
best. That was some of the best banter you and I had with with a third party
Yeah.
in like ever. So immediately like, oh yeah, absolutely, fucking
Yeah,
get
it was
Servo.
like message him now.
Straight
Before
up.
they get a hold of him, message him now.
Yeah. So that was just a dead given. Like, that was who we wanted to ask, and it's worked out very well, I'd say.
Yeah.
he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's what you-
2022 is
Stoned out
doing
of his
him
mind
well.
right now, but but you know what?
In 2022, you do you.
So TLDR, the reason the whole joke about the barbecues and
The cookout.
and the cookouts is because anytime we had a meeting, it was always at their home for a barbecue and or a cookout. And most of the time we did maybe 2% actual business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just mostly them cooking food and us hanging at their house doing nothing and watching them play some bobble game on the
us bringing
Xbox.
up ideas, and they're shutting them down or putting it on the back burner, or
Yeah.
You see, for the last 2 years, every time we come to my house, it's productive.
Pretty fucking much, yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Come over
time I'm
here.
gonna make you guys a cookout.
Don't you fucking dare.
Fucking barbecue.
Don't you fucking dare. See, that's why we have PTSD. I was like,
Listen, as soon as I move, as soon as I get my grill back, first thing I'm doing.
Hey, if my house
guys.
if my house gets situated, I literally have a big ass backyard and a place for a grill.
Hey guys,
Actually, I have a
you
grill.
want to cook out?
I love a good barbecue. So.
I don't have a grill, so
I
otherwise,
also love to barbecue. So
Yeah.
well, you guys already have an open invitation to my place, so
yeah, we just don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I was about to say.
that's why it's an open invitation.
We'll just go find him.
What do you think?
We'll just hunt it down.
This is really
is
productive.
really
What are you talking about? This is the petty hour.
Yeah.
This is the
Absolutely.
this is the introduction petty hour.
This is we're explaining our history.
I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here with like wings on my plate that I haven't eaten.
We're the tail end of 2021.
It's
This is
fucking funny because like before the podcast, Lat was asking me for a bunch of random shit, and I was like, "We don't have a fucking historian. What do I look like?"
right. Yeah.
Yet here we are starting the intro today with a fucking history lesson.
History.
Well,
Hey.
yeah, but you know what? I
It's
feel
it's
like
I think
what
it's-
created us.
I think
Yeah.
it's about time.
it is about time. Yeah, because realistically,
We're not saying it to like go shit on people, but
no.
like I mean, if you want to, I mean,
yeah, if you want to shit away, like toots and boots, like let's
we've
go.
omitted
But,
names, so there's not going to be any direct attack.
Yeah.
those who know,
Right.
but had that deluge of bullshit not happened,
we wouldn't be here.
wouldn't be here.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do want to say just a quick, because very like almost immediately afterwards, the first people that were invited to our Discord were Katie and Prince
Prince
Recluse,
Recluse, yeah.
Yes.
who have since been our mods for the last 2 years. And I absolutely want to thank them for everything that they fucking done over the last 2 years.
Completely
yeah.
They are
agreed.
constantly either monitoring our chats here or monitoring the chats in the Discord, kicking out any unwanted snipers or anything,
Bots and
keeping the
shit.
chats going just all the time.
Yeah.
If anyone has a question or anyone like needs anything, or there's conversation that's popping up or anything that needs to happen, they're the first people. They're there before we are most of the time.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Just we love you guys. Thank you so much for helping us out so much in the last 2 years.
Shout outs.
Yeah.
You're the real ones.
Use a real one. 2022.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
The bathroom's over there if you need it.
Not yet. I'm just gonna take a dump right here.
Fine, I was gonna burn that couch anyway.
Shit, Jono. We have giveaways.
We do have giveaways.
yeah.
We're past the first hour. You know what I forgot to bring out
you
here was
forgot
the
to-
box of
Oh.
giveaways.
Box of giveaways.
I'll be right back. You want to give away the first one?
Sure.
All right.